Today's episode covers Jaguar Land Rover's U.S. market troubles, Ford's annual sales highlights, a Garmin and Meta automotive proof of concept, Geely's Lynk Co and Zeekr moving into the United States, and why Toyota's Corolla and Camry still top the sales charts. Welcome back to Autonews Daily. I'm Leah Morgan. Let's dive into today's headlines. First up, Jaguar Land Rover is navigating a difficult patch in the United States, squeezed by rising tariff pressures and the fallout from a cyber attack. The combination of higher import costs and disrupted systems has complicated the company's ability to move inventory and provide a consistently reliable customer experience in a key market. For an automaker that relies on premium positioning and a carefully managed retail network, those kinds of interruptions can quickly erode demand and dealer confidence, and they raise questions about how resilient the supply chain and IT defenses are across the business. These challenges also have broader implications for the company's owner and the investor community. When tariffs shift cost structures, price positioning and margin management become more complex, forcing difficult decisions about whether to absorb costs, retool pricing, or redirect product flows to other regions. Meanwhile, a cyber incident, regardless of scope, tends to shine a light on the need for stronger protections and contingency plans, not just for data, but for production scheduling, parts logistics, and dealer operations. For customers and dealers in the U.S., the immediate concerns are availability, timely service, and trust. For the company, the task is layered: stabilize operations, reassure partners, and communicate a clear path back to predictable deliveries and showroom activity. Turning to Ford, the company released its annual sales report for the year known as F2025, and the numbers tell a story of continued adaptation across North America. Ford's fleet and retail mix, model lineup shifts, and the gradual march toward electrified vehicles all played into how the year shaped up. The report underlines how legacy truck and SUV strength remains central, even as Ford invests in next-generation platforms and expands its electric offerings. The annual snapshot also highlights the pressure points automakers face when balancing demand across vehicle architectures and managing inventory in a market that still has localized volatility. For Ford, the task is to keep the momentum in core segments while using lessons from the sales cycle to refine production plans, incentive strategies, and dealer allocations. Observers will be watching how Ford translates the sales picture into product cadence for the coming model years, and how it aligns manufacturing capacity, both ICE and EV, to avoid overcorrections that can hurt margins or leave dealers with uneven stock. Next, Garmin and Meta have announced a proof of concept aimed at OEMs that marries Garmin's unified cabin approach with Meta's neural band interface. This collaboration points to a future where vehicle cabins become smarter in how they understand both driver intent and passenger context, blending traditional automotive controls with new wearable-driven inputs. The proof of concept illustrates how location, mapping, and vehicle data from Garmin could be enhanced by Meta's neural sensing, creating new interactions for navigation, infotainment, and possibly accessibility. If OEMs embrace this kind of integration, it could accelerate a wave of differentiated human-machine interfaces that go beyond touchscreens and voice to include subtle biometric cues. That raises a series of considerations: safety and regulatory review, data privacy and ownership, and how to create intuitive experiences that do not distract drivers. For suppliers and Tier 1 partners, the announcement signals opportunity and competition in delivering the middleware, sensors, and certification processes needed for production-ready systems. For OEMs, the question becomes how to integrate these technologies in a way that's seamless across vehicle software stacks and acceptable to consumers and regulators alike. Shifting gears, Geely's brands Lynk Co and Zeekr are preparing to enter the U.S. market, a move that expands the global EV competitive set and could change dynamics in certain segments. Both brands have focused on design-forward electric vehicles and subscription-style ownership models in other markets, and bringing those approaches stateside will test how American consumers respond to new brand propositions and digital-first sales strategies. Geely's entry introduces a deliberate nudge to incumbents, particularly in the mid-priced EV segments where competition is intensifying. Market entry will require more than interesting product. It involves dealer or direct sales strategies, charging and service ecosystems, and clear messaging on warranty and software support. For competitors, more choices typically mean pressure on pricing and feature differentiation, and for consumers, it can mean more options that better align with range, technology, and ownership preferences. The ultimate effect will hinge on execution: pricing, retail footprint or online distribution, after-sales support, and whether the vehicles match U.S. crash and regulatory standards straight out of the gate. Still, the arrival of Lynk Co and Zeekr underscores that the U.S. EV landscape continues to globalize and that OEMs from outside the traditional set see an opening. Now, a quick note from us. Please like and subscribe. It helps us keep bringing the news to you. Finally, and saving the most followed story for last, Toyota's Corolla and Camry continue to lead sales in the U.S., demonstrating enduring appeal across broad swaths of buyers. These models have spent decades honing a value proposition that blends reliability, strong resale value, fuel efficiency, and broad dealer support. And that formula still resonates even as the market offers more crossovers and electrified alternatives. Their continued leadership reflects not only brand strength but also consumer habits, a preference for familiar, affordable, and low-risk vehicles that fit family and commuting needs. That sustained popularity has strategic consequences for the broader market. Competitors aiming to chip away at Corolla and Camry volumes must match not only price and features, but also dealer reach and the intangible benefits of proven ownership economics. At the same time, Toyota's dominance with these models shows how important it is for manufacturers to balance innovation with continuity, introducing new tech and variants while preserving the core attributes that keep millions of owners coming back. For fleet buyers, first-time buyers, and those prioritizing cost of ownership, Toyota's message remains persuasive. And for the industry at large, the lesson is clear. Product fundamentals still matter, even in an age of rapid electrification and software-defined experiences. Thanks for listening. If you have feedback on today's episode or story tips, we'd love to hear from you. Thank you, and see you tomorrow.